The big story at 5, he wasn't going to be taken alive. Instead, the gunman in the Temple massacre killed himself right after he was wounded by police.
The second responding officer who shot Page in the stomach, thereby neutralizing the threat. And by the way, I've seen the video. It is an amazing shot, and thank goodness. Subsequent to that wound, it appears that Page died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
The FBI and Oak Creek police are working around the clock on this case.
They say Wade Page committed suicide. We also learned today the police officer who was wounded is improving.
Investigators have issued 180 subpoenas, and they're following more than 100 leads all over the world.
But the motive is still unknown, and we may never know why he selected the Sikh temple in Oak Creek.
We also learned more of the details of that shooting. Cody Holyoke begins our coverage. Cody.
Mike and Carol, good afternoon. Yeah, authorities are still in the thick of their investigation here behind us across Howell Avenue over at the Temple. Agents, as you said, have interviewed more than 100 people. They've been following leads across the globe. And the news today about how Page died is very confusing for the Sikh community. There's a lot of mixed reaction from people out there.
The self-inflicted wound was in the head, yes.
Shedding light on the shooting, investigators now say Wade Page shot himself moments after a police officer opened fire. After a number of interviews, authorities maintain Page acted alone.
After having conducted an extensive investigation, we can still say that we have not identified anyone else other than Wade Michael Page as being responsible for these shootings.
How much has your family been focused on the investigation into what happened?
To be honest, not very much.
At the Temple president's former home in Greenfield, friends and family members try to keep their minds on the mission at hand. Temple board members plan funeral arrangements. Teacher Kanwar Deep Singh Kalika believes how Wade died is immaterial.
I don't know if it really matters. The good thing is that he wasn't able to take more lives.
Back at the Temple, teams continue to collect evidence at the scene. A report from the medical examiner matches eyewitness accounts of the crime.
They did not talk. He just started shooting.
They maintain Page shot 2 people, then worked his way into the Temple, where he gunned down 4 other members.
They came in and cried, "There is shooting, there is shooting." I took the people to the basement.
Emptied by crime, the Temple is locked down. Members eager to get back inside before Friday's funerals. They'll pray for the fallen and for Oak Creek Police Lieutenant Brian Murphy, who they believe saved lives.
When we get back over Temple, we have a special ceremony for him too. We're going to pray for him.
Now, the FBI continues their reconstruction work over at the Temple. They hope to have the scene released tomorrow. Temple leaders tell me local businesses are already going out of their way, providing services and time for cleanup efforts at the scene. On your side, live in Oak Creek, Cody Holyoke, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, surprising new developments coming out on a daily basis. Thanks, Cody.